Hello, Indiana Realtors. Assuming the presidency of your Indiana Association of Realtors during a pandemic has me feeling like Coach Norman Dale from the movie Hoosiers. Every day there's a new challenge, and every move we make feels as important as a last-minute shot to win the state championship. I've obviously been at home a little more often with time to watch TV, so bear with me. If you've seen the movie, you know there are many themes. The two that stand out to me are anything can happen and never give up. In other words, perseverance. The late critic Roger Ebert summed his thoughts on Hoosiers by saying it's a movie that's all heart. Sound familiar? Well, it should. Realtors know that anything can happen during a transaction, especially in this low inventory, high stakes market. Realtors don't quit. We persevere to the closing table with experience, creativity, and grit for our clients. Your service doesn't stop at the closing table. It extends to your community. When realtors see a need, we're all in to make a difference. Like Coach Dale, I've developed a whole new appreciation for teamwork throughout this pandemic. And before I pass the ball to my fellow IAR officers, I want to say thank you to our team of Indiana Realtors. Thank you to each one of you who didn't let a virus get in your way of helping your clients and serving your communities. You're all a Jimmy Chitwood to me, and you will make it. I also want to make you a promise. Your Indiana Association of Realtors leadership team won't quit either. We've been working hard and will continue to work hard so you can do what you do best. Here's our 2020 recap and a continued game plan for the remainder of the year. Brian, you're up.
Thanks, Bernice. The pandemic has shown just how important organized real estate and advocacy are to our individual success. Indiana Realtors were able to keep working this spring because IAR worked for us. We led a team to ask Governor Holcomb to declare real estate an essential service, and he did. That wasn't the case in some other states. IAR also supported additional funding for affordable housing and direct payments to landlords for those tenants that qualified. That also wasn't the case everywhere. At the national level, if realtors weren't engaged, the provisions of the CARES Act may not have applied to us. I'm talking about the new Paycheck Protection Program, additional other SBA loans, and of course, for the first time, the extension of unemployment benefits to independent contractors. We know these actions help realtors weather the storm. IAR was also working pre-pandemic as well. Here are just a few of the items from the 2020 legislative session. Realtors killed a bill that would have allowed any out-of-state licensee to immediately become licensed here in Indiana. We clarified intent of a bill from 2019 that prohibited municipal utilities from holding landlords responsible for their tenants' unpaid bills. And we pushed a bill to reverse an opinion from the Indiana Attorney General's office that brokers could not be compensated as LLCs. They can now do so with confidence. Relationships with our elected officials are crucial. Answer the next call for action. Attend IAR events and give to RPAC. When we elect knowledgeable and real estate-friendly candidates to office, we're one step ahead of the game. Heads up, Andy.
Thanks, Brian. When you join IAR, you not only get lobbyists who work to change the laws, you also get attorneys to help you work within the law. We know Indiana Realtors appreciate this because our forms and legal hotline are historically the two highest ranked member benefits, and for good reason. Let's first talk forms, the tool most of us use every single day. IAR attorneys draft them to protect us and our transactions. Members review them to keep this current with what's happening in the field. IAR forms are statewide. They cross board and listing service lines, and we don't have to consult an attorney for each time we make a move during a transaction. Think of the time, money, and headaches we save because of this standardization. Plus, the forms are secure mobile platforms, keeping us on the go as our clients expect. This spring, IAR attorneys worked overtime to bring consistency and uniformity to our lives during a very uncertain time. They published 5 new forms to help us deal with the virus and keep working. They also answered triple the number of calls to the IAR legal hotline. A few reminders about the hotline. Your managing broker, and you if he or she authorizes you to call, have unlimited, toll-free access to an IAR attorney. Attorney's fees are generally more than $200 an hour, so the legal hotline saves you money and reduces your risk. There are times the answer is call an attorney because IAR can't get involved in litigation, but guidance and peace of mind are valuable on their own. It's not just a tagline. The Indiana Association of Realtors is truly in business to help your business. Roger, you're up.
Thanks, Andy. In July, we made a big announcement, one that helps your wallet, keeps you compliant, and makes life a little easier. Online continuing education is now a part of your IAR member benefits. Each fall when our school, RECP, launches its new 12-hour CE package for the year, you will receive directions for access at no additional cost. This year's CE package will include the Code of Ethics training as required by the National Association of Realtors. Ethics training is due December 31st of 2021 and every 3 years thereafter. We'll include ethics training regularly enough so you'll always have the opportunity to complete it simultaneously with your CE. A special note to our managing brokers: the 4 specific curriculum hours that the state of Indiana requires of each of you will be a part of the 12-hour package. Our CE is essentially a one-stop shop for Indiana Realtors, homegrown just for Hoosiers. To be sure you don't miss news like this or the directions on how to complete your member benefit CE, give your local association a valid email address. Your local association operates the database that the national and state associations use. You can also like and follow the Indiana Association of Realtors on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get the info you're entitled to as a member. We will continue to host in-person classes such as pre- and post-licensing, designation, and specialty courses as soon as it is safe to do so. Until then, like we did this spring, we've quickly pivoted to online with Zoom to keep you on track towards your education goals. Now back to you, Bernice.
Thanks, team. We've learned a lot this year. The thing that rises to the top for me is that home matters more than ever. We turned on a dime and learned how to do business in a much different manner, but we did it. I'll go as far to say that we've not only survived, we've thrived. That doesn't happen on accident. It happens because of the great partnerships we share in the state of Indiana. I'd like to thank all of our local associations, our AEs, and our local leadership teams. Our members were hungry for leadership, and you all rose to the occasion and provided. We're so fortunate to enjoy strong partnerships with our local associations and with the National Association of Realtors. I look forward to seeing all of you later this morning at our first ever virtual stakeholder meeting.